Good evening everybody and welcome along to Inside Line Racing. This is ILR3 on the Xbox tier, and today we're at round number 6 at Monte Carlo for the Monaco Grand Prix. It's one of the trickiest circuits on the calendar, and joining me in the commentary box as per usual is Jack. Welcome back, Jack.
Hey, you alright? Well, it's not really as usual at the moment because I got a call up to do ILR2 last minute last week, so I'm sorry for leaving you on your own like that. But we've got a 20-car grid this week as well.
Yep, I think it's the 6th round of the row we've had a 20-car grid, so it shows that they're committed, and we've got a few guys going to the pits already, so they might have had an invalidated at that time. So last week in Spain, Dazlad actually won the race, and he's currently leading the championship, and he's on his outlap right now actually, and everyone's on the softs at the moment. And the thing I like about this track is a mixture of strategies, and you can literally, I think it's guaranteed, I think it could be, most people will probably do a one stop, but some people might try soft to mediums, I don't know, but I think the most strategy I've seen is soft to hards, but anything can happen around here, and I think most people will try the soft for the track position, I reckon. Oh. And it looks like I can't hear my co-con because he's muted or something, I don't know, but... Or if I'm disconnected from the party. No, I'm not. That's all good. So, Dazad's on... Oh, his mic's not working. Oh, okay. So he'll join me back once his mic is working. So, let's just go on board with Dazad as he goes on a lap around Monaco, as he just goes past turn 1 now. It's very tricky to get move out the way around this circuit, so it's good that he's out of the way on track at the moment for his outlap. He's on the soft right out the back, so he must have chosen the softer tyre option. Now going through the tricky apex coming up, you go right here, and then you got to keep the car steady. He looks very committed there around that corner. Some people usually take it very slowly just to be cautious. Now going through the tunnel section, that's probably where you gain the most speed on the track apart from the start-finish straight, as he's all the way up into 7th gear, drops it to 2nd to try and not cut the corner here. I do believe the corner cutting is strict, so you can't get away with cutting corners too much around here. And you got to try and stay as close to the right-hand wall as you can, but don't hit it once you hit that corner. And he's going to get a bit of tow from Steerage, who's also on the lap, but he's going to the pits at the moment as he's set at 110.8. Dazad comes across the line and he gets a 110.4. That puts him on pole position to start with. But I think bank collapse at the moment. I think we can see a few people in the 109s and some people in the 108s. And hopefully we got you back, because I can hear you.
Yeah, I think it's just my controller's being a bit dodgy. That's nothing. If I go off again, then you'll know why it is. But anyway,
Yeah.
I thought I was actually looking at a lap when I was trying to sort out my controller, but I thought that looked like quite a careful and timid lap from Dazlad. But it looks like that's where he's finding all his pace. He went at 4/10 quicker than Steerage. I already thought that was a really good lap in itself, but in terms of the tyres, the wear is extremely low around this track. I think people will be looking out for their temperatures more than anything, because that's what they'll struggle with and not wear. So if they can keep that down low, I think softs to mediums is going to be pretty viable, to be honest.
Yeah, I was speaking to a few drivers before the race, and some people thought the soft to mediums weren't that viable, and some people thought they were. So it will be interesting actually, because if you do soft to mediums, you've got to really be careful on your tyre temps before they get too hot. I know the mediums could last about, I don't know, it could last quite a bit, like 28 laps on the mediums and about 32 laps on the hards. And the softs, I don't even know, because I haven't even tried it on this game on the softs. But I know the hards and the mediums can last quite a bit, but you may lose a bit of time if you start on the mediums on your first stint. So we'll see anyway. As I'm just seeing who else on the lap. Laser Guns is on the lap. I think he's the only person who hasn't finished at all so far in this season. I don't think he's got a single point. Neither has Bibbin or Cinnamon Rage, but I know Cinnamon Rage has finished the race. He's on the hard, so I'm guessing you just want to get a feel of the track. Let's see where he goes. It's not a particularly fast lap, and it's invalidated, that's probably why. So he will get another chance pretty soon.
Yeah, I pretty much cut on board to him exactly where he invalidated. It looked like, oh, he's smacked each side of the wall they're going through that are right at the top of Beau Rivage. So I just think those hards aren't giving him any grip at the moment. His front just doesn't seem to want to grip up into any of the corners. That was a bit of a close call between Jack RT and I think that was ILR3 steerage then. Yeah, it was. Oh no, I think it was ILR3 Hamilton, sorry, my bad. But I think they just sort of, Hamilton didn't know which way he was going to go into, what was that? Mirabeau, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, he just didn't know which way he was going to go, and I think he cut him off completely unintentionally, but they can both get on with their qualifying sessions without much harm, because no contact was made. I don't think anything's going to be done about that.
No, and I think because you have a lot of chances around here, since Monaco is quite one of the shortest laps on the calendar, so you've got plenty of chances to get the lap in, as luckily Blazer Guns moves out the way of Jack. I don't think that's going to compromise him too much. Oh, we got yellow flags everywhere for a moment then. We've got yellow flag in sector 2, that's gone. Jack comes across the line now, and he sets it. Yeah, it's invalidated, so yeah, that's compromised him there. And Snod, he is on there. And I think we've got a few people tonight that are either wearing pink or black helmets to pay tribute to Hubert, who unfortunately got killed in the F2 race. So it's great that people are having helmets for that. And I think some people are wearing the number 19 as well, which I'm just having a look to see anyone is doing that. I know Steerage is.
Yeah, I saw Fawn did.
Yeah.
Fawn is as well.
Yeah, Steerage is wearing a black helmet. Fawn is wearing a black helmet as well, but he hasn't got the number 19 unless I'm reading it wrong, but I don't know. But yeah, it is a sad moment, but racing is racing, and Hubert would just like these guys to carry on racing even with the incident that's happened.
Yeah, interestingly, in real life F2 this weekend, we have only got 17 of the 20 cars actually competing as Street Gamer goes fastest by 2/10. A great lap from the Haas. Hopefully, my leaderboard's glitching out. I can't spectate many people at the moment. Hopefully, Snod can join him at the moment, and it looks like, from what I've sort of been flicking on and off of his lap, and it looks like he's had a pretty reasonable lap, although I think he's just backed off. That second right-left chicane seems to be catching a lot of people out in terms of invalidations. I've seen quite a few people back off there, so they just need to get next to that right-hand wall a bit tighter, maybe even brush it a little bit. I don't know, but don't want to get too close. Don't want to do a Max Verstappen and completely bin it and then ruin your qualifying as he hits the inside wall at the top of Beau Rivage, and I think that's going to be it for his run at the moment. I'm not too sure if he's damaged his wing or not. It looks like, yes, he is missing an end plate. Yes, he is. So yeah, so as I was saying, interesting, we've only got 17 cars. Obviously, we're missing one of the Tridents, as I think it was Lacey's car got impounded after the accident. Correa's not there, obviously, he's recovering in hospital. And, of course, Hubert's car is reserved. I'm not too sure who's going to take it, but we've only got 17 cars.
But it was nice that Callum...
Anyway, back to this.
It was nice that Callum got pole as well, to make tribute to Correa as well. Yeah, that felt good. That felt really good. But anyway, going back to this, Joker's P2 at the moment, so he's looking good in the Red Bull as well. It's just, we're getting to a limbo stage where everyone is going to dive it into the pits and wait until the traffic has died down a bit. That's where I found tricky, is to find out when the best time to go out without hitting anybody. And I think that's what most people are doing at the moment. Cinnamon Rage, I think, is going to dive it into the pits. Lukey is as well. I think no one's on a competitive lap time apart from Dazlad. I think Dazlad will probably need to be more committed if he wants to improve on his lap time. Unfortunately, he's not going to get slipstream from anybody yet, so he's got time to make up, but he has won from where he was before, so it is not hard. I did see people bin it at the start a few times in some tiers yesterday, so you never know. You just got to keep it clean on the opening lap and you should be fine. Or as Dazlad, I think that was his lap invalidated there, but somehow he's gained 69,000. But you just go through that right-hand wall. You've got to be close to it, but not that close. As Dazlad goes into the pits, unfortunately. But he still has time to set one more lap, as do most of these guys.
Yeah, I was just... Look, I think out of all the tracks, even though the lap is quite short here, I mean, Jack Arty just hit a 1.96. It's probably the second shortest of the season. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see the biggest gap between who qualifies first and who qualifies last. Because
Yeah.
of the 16 reasonable times we've got, there's over a 3-second difference. So it just shows who's put in a lot of practice and who necessarily hasn't. But there you go. Some people are more committed than others, and practice is going to really show if they've done it here or not.
Yeah, you can tell if they practice, if they don't bin it into the wall as much, but practice, I think, can change people's mindset in a way. You may be good in practice and not bin it into the wall, but then when it comes to the race, you get into too much pressure and you're like, oh, okay, I've binned into the wall, what do I do here? So you just really got to pretend, like in practice, pretend you're in a race, just keep it together, and then you'll have the same mindset as both the practice and the race, and you should get on absolutely fine. And Hamilton's looking very fast on that lap. He might have hit the wall a little bit there, but that's probably not compromised him a little bit there, as he is going to cross the line, go through the final corner now. Yes, he does, and he's going to get the DRS open. It's a 111.0, so that puts him in the top 10, but that means the top 10 will have to start on the tyre they qualified on. But on this track, it doesn't really matter what tyre you qualify on. But the softs will give you track position, so that's why most people are on the softs.
Yeah, I think out of all the tracks, the line is so precise around Monaco. You do not want to divert from that line at all, particularly in the third sector. That's what I think I really saw about ILR3 Hamilton's lap. His lap got better as it went on. His sector 3 was really good. In sector 1, he did go quite wide through some corners, particularly the hairpin. He almost actually hit the outside wall. He's got a big bit of oversteer coming out of Mirabeau. And then he sort of didn't even, he was still trying to save it by the time he got to the hairpin, and that just sent him so wide. That was a bit close for a in-lap, but there you go. Whatever suits you.
LCR
Ben is in P3 now as well in the Toro Rosso.
Wow. LCR Ben had a good race last time, but had a very good comeback actually. He started quite good, and then he dropped down a little bit due to some incidents. Then he came back and did one of the battles of the stream. So I think something that to watch out for, because if you don't get as much damage around here, I can almost guarantee you'll either be close to getting points or getting points, or possibly an edited fauna's gone. Don't know where he's retired from, but he's gone anyway, so he won't be taking part in the session. I did have word from someone in the chat that this is not Edited Fawn's favourite track. For most of
I see where he's done it.
Where?
On the exit of the Nouvelle Chicane, he's hit the outside wall.
Ooh.
Where Charles Leclerc had to dive into after hitting the back of Hartley a couple of years ago.
That was that last year? I'm sure I was.
Yeah, that was last year, sorry.
Yeah, because Leclerc didn't race a couple of years ago. He raced last year, but anyway. Yeah, I think that must have been where he put. But yeah, I think a lot of people would be nervous, but they're going to probably use those nerves to push even harder.
Lukey!
Luke!
That was
let me get on
that's
board
the end of
with
your
Lukey.
lap. You got the biggest amount of oversteer I've ever seen somebody get coming out of turn 1. Then he pretty much 45 degrees sideways. He managed to keep it out of the wall somehow.
I don't know how.
Well, his wing at least. He clonked his right rear at the wall, but I don't think he's got a puncture. And punctures, by the way, very easy to get in this game.
Yeah.
If you brush the wall, it's not. If you hit it reasonably hard, but briefly, it should be fine. But if you scrape the rear along the barrier, that's when you get the puncture. So if we see anybody riding the wall at any point, I don't think we'll see much of that, if any, but that will almost certainly cause a puncture.
Yeah, but especially these are on the mediums as well, so we'll keep an eye on that and see if anyone hits the wall and on the mediums towards the end, if we know that they're not going to make it. And also, because it's a short track, people will most likely be using more fuel, so we'll keep an eye on that to see if people don't run out of fuel towards the end of the race, because that's been quite common recently, where people just think they had enough fuel to the end. Jeff has told them, you got enough fuel, and then it turns out they haven't, so it might be Cody's having another fit as Snodder's retired. Probably it might be the same place, or it might, I'm just trying to see.
That's in Sector 3, it definitely
is
in a different place.
It might be the swimming pool section, I don't know. Or it might be before that. I can't really tell, because I think that section is, I think it might have been near I think his car's gone anyway, so I couldn't really see. So, yeah. It's a shame we can't see where they retired this game, really. It's something that they didn't introduce, but anyway. Everyone's gone on out there, out laps. Oh, his button hits the wall. So I think that's his qualifying over, unless he could produce a miracle lap with a bit of an end plate missing. It's going to be impossible, but everyone's on the softs now except Blazer Guns. So it's going to be fight to the death, to be honest, to see if they can get on pole.
Yeah, I think around this track in particular, you need to be just so in sync with your car, as I've been saying all through the session, particularly with the feel of the car. And by what I mean with that, I know these cars are equal, but obviously you're going to have your preference to which car you like driving. I mean, it can change game to game. I mean, last game, I always thought the Haas stuck to the track like glue, but in this game, the Haas feels really heavy and sluggish. In this game, I think the McLaren is the most nimble, feels the lightest. You can just sort of chuck it into corners, and it somehow always comes out all right. So,
the Red Bull
yeah,
feels
people
nice
are going to
as
notice.
Well. The Red Bull feels
yeah,
nice.
Red Bull always seems to feel nice.
Yeah.
Don't know why or how, but they're really going to notice if they like their cars or not around this track as Blazer Guns doesn't seem to like his Ferrari that much.
No, he doesn't. And I think he was in the Ferrari last year as well. As we've got, I think, the last few seconds of the lap. Steerage is retired. Cheesy Dreams did not improve. He has time for one more lap. I'm just going to see who's furthest on the lap. We've got Joker, but I think he might have done a bit of a corner cut, but we'll see anyway. We've got yellow flag and set to freeze. That's probably where someone died. Oh, I saw a Haas that just died. Dazlad has just retired. And Joker, he doesn't improve. He doesn't improve. LCR Benny comes across the line. He doesn't improve either. And you're laughing at something. What are you laughing at?
Oh yeah, somebody probably died there. That's
No.
really happy image.
Yeah, sorry. I should have said something else. I feel a bit mean now, but oh my god, my first ball of the stream. But anyway, as Lukey's retired as well. Anyone else going on the final lap as Revolution moves out the way of the other Ferrari, which I think is epic. Jack thinks his pole time is enough. I think it's going to look like it's going to be enough for this race.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah.
He's almost 5/10 above everybody else. That is a mega pole time, especially for this tier.
Yeah, I think in the ILR2 and 1 we could see 108s, but in ILR3 109s, and that is impressive. And to be honest, anyone out of Jack, Dazlad, and Street Gamer can possibly take the lead today of the championship. And if Jack keeps his luck going today, then he could do that. He is looking impressive, but Street Gamer, I think Street Gamer retired last week, so we dropped down. That means Jack went up. So yeah, it's good. I think anyone in the top 4, maybe Hamilton could possibly fill up a surprise as well and take the lead of the championship. You never know, but I think it's really up until the top 3 today to see who out of them will make the jump. So we've got Jack on pole, with Joker second, and we've got Ben, Street Gamer, Oasis, good pole time from good quality time from him. Revolution and Dazlad, Steerage, Cheesy Dreams, and then Button. And they have to all start on the soft tyres. The ones who got free choice are from 11th downwards: Hamilton, Matt, Lukey, Epic, Cinnamon Rage, Expert Almond, Edifawn, Leper, Blazer Guns, and Snod. So times are pretty closer than I was expecting between the top 10. So they were fighting for it.
Yeah, well, between 2nd and 10th, it was close. But Jack, I'll tell you, what a time that was. 1:09.6. Most people would struggle to do that in time trial, let alone an actual qualifying session.
I can't even do that.
Yeah, all of that, hopefully, manages to turn out into a good result for him, as
it's a dry race again.
Everyone's going to be wanting to topple Dazlad at the moment, because I'm pretty sure he's a championship leader. He won in China and Spain, from what I can think.
And he won.
I haven't been here for a couple of races.
Yeah, he won last week as well. Yeah, which was Spain. Oh god. I'm not doing very well today remembering my tracks, but it's a long season anyways. Waiting for the drivers to ready up. I don't think we'll be expecting rain anytime soon, unless the drivers have told me. I think it's going to be a dry race all round, which is, I think, a common theme to the races I either commentate or race on this game. That it never rains in Monaco, whereas in the other races it does. So, yeah, they can thank my luck.
Well, if it does rain in Monaco, we're going to see some crashes, no matter, regardless of how good you are. If it rains in Monaco, somebody is going to crash at some point, and it's probably going to end up being a couple of people, as a few people are quite slow to get away off the grid. Let's try not get too many disqualifications, guys. I mean, we haven't had much of that in this game, thankfully, compared to F1 2018, where we probably get about 8 people disqualified on the formation map. But this game, you've kept it relatively clean, so let's keep it that way.
Yes, please, and keep the retirements to a minimum as well. But that's probably not going to happen, but we shall see. They can surprise us. As let's look at the bottom half of the grid to see what tyres they've gone on. So we've got mediums for Hamilton, hards for Matt, mediums for Lukey and Epics, softs for Cinnamon, mediums for Expert Almond and Edited Fawn, Blazer Guns and Snod, and hards for Lapper. So all 3 tyres used. I think Matt and Lapper are going to find it the most difficult because they're not going to gain as much, but maybe those 2 might want to avoid too much carnage in lap 1 and just take it easy and then go really fast towards the end. Haven't seen the hards to mediums or hards to soft strategy work on this game yet, but maybe those 2 can prove us wrong. We shall see. But can Jack get a good start into turn 1? There's some races he hasn't. I think most of the races he's won was where he didn't start on pole, whereas the race he hasn't won, he started on pole. So hopefully he'll have better luck anyway. So we shall see.
Yeah, I think because it's Monaco, we're going to see quite a lot of carbon fibre flinging up in the air in this session, I'm pretty sure. Just due to the nature of Monaco, I guess.
Yeah, and I think most of the bottom half will do. They're at an advantage because if there's any carnage up front, they could just try and avoid it and get out of the way. But the ones at the front, they're probably the ones, if you qualify pretty much from 7th down, like 5th or like in the middle of the pack, you're going to probably find it most typical because you're going to have cars behind you trying to get past and cars in front of you trying to defend. So that's going to be tricky. A few people actually got disqualified from the formation lap. So we've got a few people that are still stationary, but we're about to get underway anyway. Get your bets in the chat, guys, how many finishes we'll get today. I'm going to say 12. I'm going to guess, because that's the average that we've seen in the tiers the last few races. But anyway, the lights are about to come on. We are underway here in Monaco, and Jack has gone to a very good start. So is Toro Rosso as well. As have the top lot made it into turn 1? Yes, the top one has made it into turn 1, the top half anyway. But we've got a bit of carbon fibre already at the back, so my prediction's completely wrong. But so far, I think everyone else has made it cleanly. We've already seen moves left, right and centre. Ben is trying to make a move. Look at this. Ben has just made it up into P2, so all steerage is out. On one of his favourite tracks as well. And, what's going on at the background? We've got Cinnamon Rage and Blazer Guns collided into each other, going near Mirabelle, or however you say the corner, but not Mirabelle. But anyway, oh my God, what is going on? What is going on? Jeez.
To say that a start was chaos would be quite a understatement. That was a bit mental. The Williams almost hit each other going up Beau Rivage. And then I think steerage, I'm not too sure because at the camera angle, but I'm pretty sure he just took too much speed going into Casino Square, slid across the track and then went straight into the wall. Caused loads of people behind him to lose their wings. And yeah, that's why there's a big gap between, or big-ish gap between ILR3 Hamilton and Revolution. ILR3 Hamilton, the only alpha still left in the race. Yeah, and then we saw that gridlock in the hairpin as well. That was due to, I think it was Epics and Cinnamon Rage getting together. Yeah. So people just need to tone it down a bit, I think.
And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in the pits right now. So, and obviously steerage out, so technically 6. Yeah. No, 6. Yeah, 6. So I think that was the same amount of people that pitted in ILR5 yesterday. So yeah, that is pretty much a similar record. But Jack managing to pull away quite convincingly from the start and getting a very good start, and that's paid off for him, which I was hoping he was going to do, and he has done it. So he has learned from the mistakes. As Ben had a little bit of a hit in the wall there, but hopefully that wasn't too much. As he's going to try and defend from Joker behind in the Red Bull, as Lukey and Matt are also having another battle as well. Oh!
Yeah, I think... What's the noises for? What are we looking for? Was that a close call?
That was close between the Force India and the Renault there, but I think they managed to get it together. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Ben actually managed to get past Joker at the start as well, so that's quite a big change in position. That could be a difference between second and third once we get to the end of the race, but then again, it all depends on what people pit onto and when they do it. Because you don't really notice how much your pace can drop off in Monaco. Sometimes you'll be dropping off and dropping off and dropping off. You won't be noticing, you'll be saying, oh yeah, it's fine. They've been box 5-6 laps earlier than you. You're going so much faster, and sometimes you don't even realise it. And by the time you pit, they're 5, 6, 7 seconds in front of you. Then you're like, okay, what's happened there? You make up all that time, as well as try and overtake around Monaco, which, let's be honest, isn't really going to happen unless the person in front makes a mistake.
Yeah, and we did see Matt and XB1 pit, so I think they're the ones who've pitted as well. So make that 8 cars that have pitted for a change of front wing. Everyone else has kept it relatively steady. And before I forget, because otherwise Jack's going to have a go at me, the Supercharger Award, oh no, we don't have one yet, because literally Expert Alman and Blazer Guns are up 4 places, so we can't really decide that yet, I'm afraid. So we'll just have to wait a few more laps unless Expert Alman could, unless Expert Alman might lose a place to Matt.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a long shot unless Blaze Guns makes a mistake. It's going to be quite difficult for Expert Almond to make any difference in the Supercharger board. Unless he loses position to Matt, then it will go to Blaze Guns anyway. But the difference between 11th and 12th is 24 seconds. So I wouldn't be too concerned if I was Epics right now, as I think that is a move, and well, Blaze Guns just won the Supercharge.
Yeah, Expert Alman, I think, had a bit of front wing damage again, so we had to pit. Oh, Ben's out! What's happened to Ben? Oh, okay. So, I'm not sure if he binned it himself, or if he had contact with another car. I didn't see that. I only saw the aftermath. Did you see what happened?
No, I was looking at the racing points in the pits.
I almost called it Force India last week, but I didn't. But anyway, Zazad's still doing quite well. He's only lost... he's gained 2 positions. So yeah, Supercharger Waters go to Blazer Guns. But anyway, I think the only possible overtaking opportunities, I think I forgot to mention at the start, is the start-finish straight and towards, I think, the tunnel section and potentially where Ben also tried to overtake in this corner coming up here where I'm riding on board with Dazlad as well. So yeah, it's a shame that Ben lost it there, but I think that was one of my commentators' curses because I said Ben was going to do well, and obviously he is retired. So I'm not going to say much more about drivers' predictions, because otherwise that happens. So we shall see. As Jack's pulled up a massive gap, 4.8 seconds. So I think he's just keeping out of the wall, and his setup must be stuck like glue, or he must be running some good downforce anyway, the right amount of downforce to his car. He's already pulling away again, and he's got Joker's got street going behind, so maybe Joker's struggling? I don't know, but anyway, whatever Jack's doing, he's got to keep doing it because it's working.
Yeah, well, I don't think Joker's struggling that much. I mean, yes, Street Gamer is right behind him, but I think they're going around at a similar pace, because Oasis again is 4 seconds behind them, so they're not going around exactly slowly. It's just Jack RT is going around at such a pace that no one can really stay with him at the moment.
No, and if he keeps it like this per lap, then he could possibly go and maybe do a soft run at the end as well to try and get fastest lap, which is still available in ILR, of course, as Street Gamer did retire last week. He's looking to get a good result in Monaco. We've got a race in Dazlad fighting as well. In 7th place, we've got Hamilton and Revolution. There's battles going on all over the place. There's still massive gaps right at the bottom as well. So I think it's mainly due to the cars who actually pitted for front wing changes. I think the only people that haven't pitted, haven't got damage, is pretty much the top 9. Everyone else is pitted. So, yeah, as I think Street Gamer's going to find it hard to overtake unless Joker makes a mistake, of course. But I think Joker's going to defend what is life. And Revolution's left. He's disconnected.
I'm going to invite him back because he's in P6. He's about to lose P6 to ILR3 Hamilton. But yeah, give me a minute and I'll try and invite him back. Hopefully you can join back because that would be really unfortunate to lose P6. And yeah, he does just there. Saw that in the background.
Dazlad, I think, has gone into the pits. I think... Oh, he's got a front wing change as well. I thought he was doing the 2-stop. I think he could be doing the 2-stop. Unless the mediums can last that long. Actually, no, he's going to the hards. So... he might try the softs in the ends, I don't know. So make that another victim of the pit entry. But he comes in P9 as well. So Blazer Guns, I think, gets the first penalty. And... Street Gamer, I think he's lost a bit of time to Joker on that lap. I think probably due to his tyres. I don't know, or I'm not sure. But we shall see as the lap goes on. As I think most people on the softs will pretty much pit in a few laps' time, around about lap 9, lap 10. Someone's lost their end plate. Might have been a Red Bull. It might have been Joker actually. I don't think Joker's... No.
Let me have a look at his car.
I don't... Oh, it might have been... Is he a Joker or Street Gamer?
He's missing a right wing end plate.
Oh, it is Joker. Actually, no, it couldn't be Street Gamer, because Street Gamer, I would have noticed the impact a lot more. But yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, so... the Rebel's missing an end plate on the front wing. So yeah, he's lost a bit of his front wing. That's going to make Street Gamer's job even easier if he actually tries to go for an overtake. You can tell Joker's lost a bit of downforce, went really wide in Casino Square. All you really need to do to defend around Monaco is just hug the centre of the track and, well, you should be fine no matter how slow you are, because I think we saw Ricciardo back in 2018, he was going 10 seconds-ish slower than the pole time, and Sebastian still couldn't overtake him.
Yeah, and in my race yesterday, Cheesy Dreams I think had a little bit off, but anyway, in my race yesterday, I was battling with someone for 10 laps, and I was considerably slower than compared to the car behind. Mainly because it was that hard to overtake, but he just suddenly gained more pace on one of the laps, and that's why he overtake. Oh, Snodder's had an off in the swimming pool section, and he's disqualified. Okay. Game, what are you doing? I think that was a little bit harsh, I reckon, but oh my God. Snod's AI had a little bit of a flip there, but there we go. I think Edited Fawn's out of the race as well, so we're now down to... So we lost 4 cars, and Button, I think, is having an off as well to Matt. Oh, no, he's fine. Oh my God, there's so much... Well, I'm not surprised. It is Monaco. I think we could expect to see more carnage in Baku.
Yellows everywhere.
Everywhere. Sector 3. Leper almost had an off again. He's got a bit of damage, so he might have to, or he can probably go out for a couple more laps. But it is not that far off when he needs to pit anyway, so he won't lose that much time. So someone did suggest to count the amount of pit stops people do and predict them. Well, it's too late to do that now. I've already predicted how many finishes they're going to be, but do you have any ideas?
Let's see how many stops people have done.
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
Well, lap 9, and we've already had
2 stops
11
for
stops.
Almond and Blazer Guns.
Actually, no, 12 stops. I didn't see the 1 stop for Snod at the bottom. But no, Snod is going absolutely livid, because that's just how Snod is. Anyway, Jack, I think your first front runner to stop. He's going to go on to the hards. As long as he can keep it out of the wall, he'll definitely be able to run those to the end. And is he going to come out ahead of the Alfa Romeo? He's gone very wide, and he's just lost a bit of his front wing. I don't think he has managed just to keep it out of the wall, but that's lost a position to the Alfa. And the Alfa on mediums, I think, is going to hold up. It's going to hold up the Renault a bit here.
Yeah, and if you started on the mediums, I think you're going to if you want to move people out of the way to try and hold, them fall away to try and battle for the lead, it's quite difficult. So it's basically position mainly because you never know what might happen. And I think with Hamilton's case, we won't know if Hamilton's going to go either on the hards or the softs. He can go one of two ways, so it depends on how well he manages his tyres. But Hamilton in third, with maybe a podium territory for him at the moment. I think he only lost 2 podiums, I think. The other time he does have a podium. Buttons in the pits again. I think that's his second stop as well. Let me just check a minute. Yeah, that's his second stop as well. So the bottom 4 finishers have pitted so far, and all Jack staying out. So I think the damage that Jack got was very, very minor. So he's able to keep going.
Yeah. Oh, that's a Ferrari absolutely everywhere in the background. I think that was Laser Guns, who's that is a racing point of Oasis, losing a bit of his front wing as he exits the pits. That's going to be extremely annoying, as he wasn't actually going at any sort of pace for him to lose that front wing in the first place. He just misjudged the turning and went straight into the wall on the right hand side.
Yeah, a few people can get caught out by that. Is Revolution back? Well, I'm just going to see if Revolution is back. As he goes out the pits. I'm just seeing if he's not back yet.
I don't think he is. I invited him back, but he hasn't, so I think he's completely...
DC'd, I think, or power cut, or I don't know. I think on the Xbox you can invite people back, but I don't think in PC or PS4 you can. I don't think you can on any of those two. Lukey's hit the wall just. That might have lost a little bit.
What a move.
That's
a
got
genuine
Joker.
overtake and a clean one as well.
Yeah, that's Joker.
That was a good move.
That was good. We've seen it. I think that was a... Well, I think I've only caught a little bit of it, but that was a similar move to what one of the Red Bulls did to me yesterday. So I think the Red Bulls must like this circuit for some reason. We got a yellow flag again from sector 3. I don't know where that's from, because there's only a few people in sector 3, and that's gone.
Well, Blazer Gun's now out, so...
Oh, we got Street Gamer and Epic's having a little bit of a cheeky battle as well. Is Street Gamer going to have a lunge into Rascastle?
Oh, is that a bit of front wing going in the air? I think it might have been. This is a bit of a train at the moment, I think.
This is massive right now.
I think the Toro Rosso behind is a lapped car, though. Yes, it is. Cheeky Dreams, he's not in this battle. He's just got to try and... He seems to be quite a bit of faster than him at the moment. He's just got to sort of... I don't know. He can't unlap himself. Oh, that's another bit of front wing from the Haas. He just needs to be a bit more careful where he's putting that front end.
The Williams!
But I think he's made a move.
It was close.
He's made it stick. He's lost quite a bit of his front wing as a consequence. But he has... Actually, no. He hasn't lost any of his front wing. Where is that coming from? Oh, it was Epic's Ferrari. Never mind.
Yeah, and the Toro Rosso is trying to unlap himself as well. But he has to let each other through, because otherwise you will get a time penalty. And yes, he lets them through, because otherwise you will get seriously penalised due to that. So that's probably held up Joker quite a lot. And I wonder if Chief Dreams is working with Dazzler, maybe. Or maybe he just can't really overtake much around this circuit, which is probably the latter, I think. But anyway, Epix goes into the pits. I do believe that was a scheduled stop. Yes, it was a scheduled stop, because he's on the hards anyway, which will make it to the end, almost certainly. So he can't push too much though, because otherwise he will lose time. So Epix and the Ferrari doing well to get some point constructors anyway, as Ferrari only have 4 points in the constructors. So Epix is looking to add more to that, because obviously his teammate is out the race.
Yeah, Epix, I think everyone who's DNF so far still has their teammate in the race. So the rest of their constructors' hopes is going to be riding on one drive, notably. I think that'll go to Cheesy Dreams, Epix, ILR3. Hamilton's in the lead at the moment, by the way. He hasn't stopped yet. He's got Jack RT right behind him, but he's in the lead. So at least that's something. I think if he pits now, he'll probably come round in about 7th place.
Yeah, so pit stops around about 21, 22 seconds. Yeah, about 7th, I think. A Street Gamer and Lukey. Oh, Lukey spinned it. Lukey spinned in turn 1, and yeah, that's his, I think, the the right half of his front wing gone.
A lot of his front wing is gone.
A lot of his front wing is gone now, and he's got, Oasis is going to catch up soon, so I think he has to pit. Well, he hasn't pitted at all, I think, and Revolution's joined, so luckily I think he could join for the rest of the race, but that probably will haunt him a little bit, but he's still in the points, so it's not over yet for Revolution.
Surprisingly enough, the AI has actually stuck to his strategy. It hasn't pitted immediately like they usually do. He's still in P9. I think he was only a couple of positions up on that when he left, so he can still salvage something from this.
Yeah, I think so. It was a few of the guys can actually salvage something as well, as Joker's still got Dazlab for company as well, as we're still seeing carbon fibre not being cleared out. It's probably the game not being nutters, but anyway, yellow flag in sector 3, I don't know. And we've got yellow flag in sector 3 again. That is, I don't know.
I'm not too sure what that is.
But Lukey's gone to the pits, but he's going to change his front wing anyway.
Got past Lukey, so yeah. I'm not too sure if they got a bit tangled up, that's what I'm guessing, but anyone correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, correct us in the chat if we're wrong on that. Probably are, we don't know, but anyway, Lukey comes out and he's going to come in, I think. Yeah, he's still going to come in 10 because obviously there's people that have already pitted already, so he's going to have a little bit of a safety net. Oh, Cinnamon Rage! Oh no, I spoke too soon. Cinnamon Rage, I think, has just gone past, and so is Leper as well. Maybe Button. No, he goes ahead of Button, so he's still in 12th, and he can still salvage some points. So, again, it's not over for Lukey if he keeps his tyres in check and he doesn't hit the wall. And he's only made one stop, and the only person that hasn't stopped is Hamilton. So, I wonder when Hamilton's going to pit, but we shall see. As Jack is about 5 tenths behind Hamilton, so maybe Hamilton is trying to hold Jack up for Street Gamer's benefit, but, you know, we shall see.
And I'm not too sure why you'd be doing that, but I don't think Street Gamer, I don't think he just doesn't want to play any risks at the moment. He's happy to sit behind the Alpha until he pits. There's no need to take any risks. Taking any front wing off, tangling up with the other car. And the Alpha's not got a pretty good pace for the age of the tyres it's still got on it. So there is really no need to overtake at the moment. Even if he tried, I'm not too sure he could, because the chain line speed of that Alpha, it just doesn't seem to be competing with the Renault, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe in terms of setup, I don't know, but Hamilton's got to defend for his life, really, because in the next few laps he'll have to pit, but you can't push too much, because otherwise you're going to lose time to the cars behind, and you may lose another position due to the undercut that the other guys have done, like such as Joker and Oasis, for example. But I think everyone's lost a bit of their front wing today, apart from Jack, yeah, probably Jack and Hamilton, actually. I think the only guys who haven't lost any front wing. And Street Gamer might have lost a bit, but that hasn't affected his race a little bit, but I don't think so. I think there's 2 drivers that have had a clean race in terms of damage anyway, so hopefully they can keep this up as Oasis goes into the pits.
Yeah, I've just been looking at this battle, and Giacotti really isn't pushing it at the moment. I think Hamilton's just getting the best exits he possibly can. He's he's not braking too late, but he's braking late enough that the Renault still can't have a look at him. I mean, the Renault is reasonably close to the corners, but again, he's not too close. He doesn't want the Alpha to have a bit of a moment break suddenly, and then that's them both out of the race maybe. But the gaps in the field, they're either extremely large or they're right next to each other. I mean, if we look between P4 and P5, Joker's made another move down into the chicane, so he is on a roll at the moment. I mean, he's got a couple of seconds to make up.
Oh,
the Street Gamer Dazlad into back. He just turned in a bit too early, hit the inside wall, hit the outside wall, and that is his big bit of chunk of his front wing gone. So I don't. He's only lost an end plate, so I'm not too sure how much slower that will make him, but he pits anyway.
I think he wanted to pit for the safety net because you can get away with going for a few laps with a damaged end plate. So if you know you got to pit again, you can go for a few more laps. But if you know you got a half of this race to go, you can't risk it, because otherwise you're going to end up hitting the wall again. So I think that's what Dazzlad has done. But he's still got to come out in a pretty good position anyway. So we shall see. He comes out in 7th, so not all is lost. And
yeah, behind his teammate Revolution as well. I think if Revolution's smart, once Dazzlad catches up with him, they're going to just swap positions, because Dazzlad is likely going to be quite a bit faster on those fresh tyres. Revolution he's stopped. I'm not too sure how long. Let me check tyres. He's been on these for 7 laps, so they're not going to be too bad. I mean, Matt has been on his for 15 laps, yellow sector 1.
Lukey.
That's Lukey, yes it is. I think he might have gone straight on.
Yeah.
Yes, most likely.
But has he got damage? No, he hasn't. And if it is, it was minor, so that might have been...
He's probably just locked up and gone into the runoff area.
Yeah, I
so
thought
he'll be able to carry on. He'll probably have... His tyres probably be a hot at the front, because that'll probably be the result of a lock-up, but that's just Monaco, I'm afraid. I mean, at least he knew when to get out the corner. He knew he wasn't going to make it. Dive down the runoff area, reverse back out. Probably cost him around 6, 7, 8 seconds. Just depends on how quickly you get out, to be honest, and how far you actually went into the runoff area. But at least he didn't go straight on into the wall, attempting to still make the corner, even though it looked, in his eyes, just an impossible feat.
Yeah, and if you know you're not going to make it, it's best to do that, to be honest. And in particular in the start, if you're right at the back as well, if you know you're not going to make turn 1, just go in the runoff area, and you will lose much time, but not as much time to the guys who've got damage. So I think Lukey has played it very well there, to be honest, to make sure he keeps himself safe, and he can finish as... Oh, what's happened now?
Jack Artie's lost a bit of a wing.
Jack Artie's lost his wing.
Lost a bit of his wing. He's lost an end plate. He hit the on the right left bit of the swimming pool. He hit the inside wall, the one that I said just to brush, not to hit.
Oh, so will he have to pit again? I think no, he's choosing to stay out for a bit, but I think you get into that rhythm, and then there might be a slight mistake that Jack's done that might have cost him a bit, and I think that's what he's done, because I think if you don't lose any wing around Monaco, it's like they're not human if they're like that. So I think pretty much everyone's lost it now. So it's pretty much even Stevens for some of these guys now. As Dazzlad is still going fast lap, as he's got past his teammate already. So he's climbing his way back the field, and he can catch up to Matt as well soon, because he's been on those tyres for 17 laps. And Epic's going to the pits. He's going on the 7 mediums, which might make it to the end, but it's going to be hard towards the end. We shall see. No sign of Hamilton pitting. I thought I saw someone almost go through Milberg there.
Oh.
Jack's got a penalty.
Don't lose your head, boy.
Don't lose the rhythm.
That wing damage, yeah, is starting to play on his head a bit. You just got to stay calm. I mean, the wing damage in this game, a lot more bearable in this game than it has been in the last couple of games at least, because even if you got the slightest bit of damage in the old games, you just got massive amounts of understeer, no matter how big the damage was. In this game, you could still go around reasonably well with an end plate missing, or one of the flaps missing on either side. So as long as he has that mentality and just ignores the front wing damage, I think he still might be in with a shout. It's going to be quite a bit better than Street Gamers at the end of the race, but Street Gamers cut that gap down from 12 seconds to just 3. So he's going to have to make that gap and make it an overtake soon.
Meanwhile, Hamilton, he's going to come out in 4th in all this, because the gap between 4th and 5th is 21 seconds. That's a whole pit stop. So...
Well, yeah, I think also, if he can catch back up, which I think he's going to go onto the softs, believe it or not,
will.
as he looks to the inside.
As Jack is still right behind Hamilton.
That would have been a very brave place to send it.
Oh, God! That was close from Strat, but that was close to contact, but he kept it cautious, and I'm surprised Hamilton still...
Oh, that's Joker!
Joker spun in the swimming pool! Joker spun in the swimming pool, and he almost took Dazzlad with him. Actually, no, because Dazzlad's...
That's a racing point.
That's a ghosted racing point. Okay, I thought that was Dazzlad.
I think that's extra almonds.
Yeah, and Joker goes in the pits. In fourth. Yeah, Hamilton is definitely going to come out in fourth with Joker pitting. So, could it be another?
Oh, I think in all that, looking at Joker, Giacotti has actually managed to get past him.
Wow. So Jack has got past Hamilton. It might be a sign that Hamilton needs to pit, and Street Game is right behind Hamilton too.
Yeah, I think he'll maximum stay out a couple laps more on the mediums, and then he'll go soft. I mean, if he can go 23, 24 laps on a set of mediums, he'll definitely be able to go 15, 16 laps on a set of softs. And besides, he didn't run quali on those set of softs or anything. He put on a clean set, as I don't think I think he only went out twice in qualifying, so he definitely wouldn't use all his sets. So things are looking good for the Alpha at the moment. He's going to be really quick at the end of the race as well.
Yeah, I think he will, to be honest. And I'm surprised he's keeping going. He's
there he goes, pits.
I thought so, because Jack overtook him, Street Gamer overtook him. So that was a good sign, I think. So I won't be surprised if he goes on the soft, actually.
Those are white tyres.
Wait, it's hard? Oh, he's lost his front wing as well.
On my screen, he's had reds put on the rears, and okay, they are white tyres, definitely.
So everyone's had front wing damage then. Pretty much everyone in this race has had front wing damage. I thought Hamilton got away with it.
Come out behind Daslad. I think Revolution might get him. It's going to be side by side uphill, but I think Revolution's going to get past him. Yes, he is.
Yeah, but they're going to still have a cheeky battle as well. Hamilton will be on newer hards, but I think he just didn't want to gamble on those softs because the softs will die quite quickly towards the end. So he's playing it safe, but the hards are going to be good towards the end, which will help him a little bit once the medium runners will start to die. But Joker's going to catch up towards the end as well. So Joker will be under threat to Hamilton towards the end. Probably sooner, I think, because I think Joker will gain about a second a lap due to the delta, I think. So Joker could be on for fifth as well. And I don't know much about penalties at the moment, but I won't check, as Daslad out of all this in third. Even if he had loads of incidents and he still comes out in third. That reminds me of what Ben did last week. So Daslad is doing amazing. I was watching him on PC on Tuesday, and he was doing. He likes Monaco because he's good at coming back through the field. He's doing very well. So it is not surprising to see him coming back like this. So great job from Daslad, who is 17 seconds clear of Revolution, his teammate.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at the tyres at the moment. Jack should be able to go to the end.
Yeah,
Street Gamer, no, not Street Gamer. He's on mediums and they're 14 laps old already. So 28 laps on a set of mediums just ain't going to happen. I mean, Hamilton started struggling 23 laps and he's looked like he's really lacking grip. Same with Revolution. He's been on those for 13 laps. So I think Hamilton should go up to P3 by the end of this. If he can defend it is a different matter, but we'll see.
He is good at defending when he tries to have to, and if you might have caught it on my Twitter, but the last lap battle between Hamilton and Steerage, it took us all the way back to season 4, when they were fighting in the first season 8 of parting in ILR. It was just amazing. So I know how good Hamilton is defending after I've seen him defend from his teammate last week. So I think his team, Steerage, is hoping that Hamilton could do the same this week, but to another person. So we know how he's good, but is he going to be good in Monaco? That's a different story.
I think the only battle that we've got going on track at the moment is between Lukey and Epix. Epix, I think, is going to be eventually be. Oh yes, I didn't see that gap.
Yeah, that was about 3 attempts.
So I think the one between Oasis and Matt, the more major one, is it's for more points. Who wants 6 points? Who wants 4 points? And Lukey and Epix battling for the last point. Epix, I think, will eventually become the victor in that battle, just because he's on fresher mediums. And well, yeah, that's just fresher mediums. What more information do you need over more worn hard tyres? The hard tyres seem to be a bit more consistent than the mediums at the moment. Mediums seem to get hot quite quickly, as Matt is all over the back of Oasis, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Matt's doing very well. As he's going to try and make a move towards the tunnel section. No, he bumps the ERS down, so I think he's deciding to stay behind Oasis to make sure he doesn't get involved in any carnage, I think, with Oasis, which is a good move, I think, for him. I think you can tell if they try to go for a move, if they bump the ERS mode up, so that's what we will be looking up anyway. I still see some end play. Joker's right behind Hamilton. Oh, they touched. They touched into turn 1, and that might have been damage from both of them. How did Joker catch up that quickly? It might have been Hamilton had damage before.
Hamilton hasn't got any damage, but he's got absolutely... I don't know where his pace has gone compared to his hard and medium stint. He's 5 seconds off Revolution already, and he's only been on those tyres for about 4 laps.
Yeah, so Joker gained, I think, more than a second a lap then, or I might have missed it due to the fact that Monaco's laps are so quick, the time just flies by. So Joker is going for it. He's on overtake mode at the moment, but he jumps it down to 0. Oh, that was close again.
That's a bit of a double move.
That was a double move.
He moved it.
He backed out. He did.
Yeah, he went to the inside and then back to the outside. And Joker didn't really know which way he was going. He went to look for the inside, went back to the outside once Hamilton decided to defend, and he just went back over on him.
Yeah, and that is not what you want to do on this circuit, I must say. But Joker is still looking for a move. He's being ambitious, I think, here, as Matt's got a penalty. But let's just concentrate on this battle again. Joker's going to get the inside, and he just about
go around the outside.
Ooh,
what a move!
Look at this. Them two still fighting, and they're still going. Oh my God! As Hamilton lost his front wing from the contact.
Yeah.
I don't know whose fault was that, but I think I will probably. I don't know, because I'm not a steward. I don't know who's to blame for that, but I think Joker got off pretty lightly. He's lost a bit of his right front wing.
He's still going to have to pit.
Yeah, they both still have to pit, but probably for softs, I think. I won't be surprised.
Yeah, it's definitely soft at this point. There's only 12 laps left, so that is very unfortunate. And both the Williams guys are going to breathe easy now. Two of their major, and he's hit the wall, Felipe Massa style.
So both Alfa Romeos are out of this race. So that's going to increase the Williams lead in the constructors by a lot, because Williams is in first place in the constructors and Alfa Romeo is in second. So that's going to help Revolution and Dazzlad very well, actually, as Dazzlad's be consistent. Revolution's starting to be consistent as well. So I wonder what they'll be thinking in their mind. It might be a silent yes, I don't know, but I'm sure that instant we just seen with Hamilton and Joker, that would probably be going to the stewards, I think, almost certainly. But they might not. They may decide to apologise there and then, and if it affects them, I don't know, but we shall see anyway. As will we see a last lap battle between Street Gamer and Jack? No, we probably won't, because Street will have to pit again. Jack.
Yeah, I mean, he might have a go to scare Jack.
Yeah, I think so as well. As Joker's got a 5-second time penalty, so I think he's lost a bit of time. I think he's lost a bit of flow, I think, as well. As he's got, I think Epics has got past him as well. I think he's just letting this negative mindset just go to him, and you can't really do that when you have damage on Monaco. You just got to keep going and really make sure you survive to the end, really, even if you had incidents like that. So just hope the Joker just makes to the end, because then you can still score some points. And Matt is still chasing on Oasis, so this could be very tasty from them, as Leper's retired as well.
Yeah, I think so. At the moment, we've got 12 finishes, which I know.
I predicted
that
12.
McLaren.
13.
Lukey's had a big moment again.
We've got 13 finishes at the moment, and I predicted 12.
Well, Expert Alman's AI has been just going around, so I don't think he'll count.
No, as Joker goes into the pits again. How many? Let me just check stops again. This is his 4th stop, or it might be 3. Oh, he's got a 5-second stop go. The Joker's out. So my prediction has gone out the window. Because I predicted 12 and there's 11 finishers. So, yeah. But that means that's going to really help the ones who haven't scored much so far this race and are still on track to get some decent points. Because you only need to battle. I think cause if you're 11th, you're going to be very guilty. But if you're everywhere else, you're going to get some good points. Epic's got a time penalty. And Street Gamer is in DRS with Jack. Street Gamer is going to scare Jack by the looks of things.
Yeah, I think Street Gamer has still got all of his wing, but he can't make those mediums last to the end. I mean, surely not. I mean, Jack RT's just got another penalty, so if Street can make those go to the end and just stay behind the Renault, he's going to win this.
Yeah, and Street Gamer hasn't won at all, I believe, at all in ILR.
Let me check.
So that'll be his first win. Because his best season is he hasn't had any podiums until this season. So, and I haven't heard him win. So that'll be good if he can keep it up. As I think, I'm just seeing. I thought Jack had damage there, but Jack hasn't. So that's just the graphics being a bit iffy for me. But there we go. I wonder if Street can make it to the end of those times.
He has, I see the penalties real quick, and Streak has 1, Jack RT has 2. So if he keeps those alive and stays within 2 seconds, he's going to win. 3 seconds, sorry, not 2.
Yeah. So as long as he stays at a reasonable distance to Jack, he should be fine. I don't think he's going to go for too aggressive. I wonder, because you get told if you have a time, if the car in front has a time penalty, but not by how many. It's only he may have a time penalty. So I think he'll assume it'll be 3 seconds, but I don't know. But he might think that it's the same, so he might still be told to push from his Jeff. So, you know, this is going to be an intense battle to the end. I'm gutted that it's not really going to be for position, but still going to be very feisty between those two. If the Street Gamer can try and save his tyres and try and catch up to Jack at the same time, which is difficult. And Dazad's going to the pits as well. So Street Gamer can he's almost got hold up by traffic from Lukey. So he's got to get past him soon. And Lukey tried to move out the way, but I think that was a bit too late there. So he has a few more corners to move out the way anyway. I think they might move out the way in the tunnel section, but we'll see. So there we go. Oh, Epix has left. So Epix has left the session. So he's gone, and we've got a Toro Rosso of Cheesy Dreams that's just binned it as well. He's almost hit the wall. So what is going on with these drivers? We're starting to see a few more mistakes towards the end. So we're probably going to see a few more, and Epix has joined. That's all right. Epix has joined. I think Jack's mic is muted again, so that's probably why you can't hear him. But oh, it's all right now.
Yeah, my mic keeps cutting out. Sorry about that. I need to get a new controller. That's the end of the story, really.
That's why I had to do a few weeks ago. So actually, no, it was probably more than that. Way more than that.
Yeah, I'm going to get one of those customised ones, I think. Treat myself. But anyway, back to this.
Yeah, I think Epix is AI as well. So yeah, it's AI as well. So it's pretty much survival of the fittest. I don't know.
Survival of the most consistent.
Yeah, and the most consistent. Jack has made a few mistakes, I think, a few times, but apart from that, he's keep it steady. But Street Gamer, he is the one who's
lost a bit more wing as well.
He's lost a bit more wing, but he's
he's lost his other end plate now.
Oh, he has. So I think he's going to lose a bit of downforce.
And
that's
hit the wall big time there.
That's more of his problem. Oh, it's his right wing lost there. I can see that.
Hit the softs now, and he might still have a chance with this and prepare his wing, and he lets Street pass.
I think Street. I'm sure Street can go to the pits as well because the gap is so far behind. Jack will still come out in second as well. Well, that's what I would do in street situation. I would definitely pick for softs right now. But I am not driving. I don't know what to do in this situation. It's really up to the drivers. So, but Street can do that, and he could still. I don't know. It depends on how the undercut works. But I don't think. Nah. I think if Street Gamer does that, he's still going to come behind Jax in about 18 seconds. No, 23.
23 now.
So he can do it. As Revolution.
Or is he going to come out behind Revolution? Revolution's right there, right behind him. Is he going to try and he's looking left, he's looking right. I don't think he's going to find a gap there. And if he doesn't find a gap there now, that Renault's going to disappear quickly.
That's going to disappear.
And that he is doing.
That is going to disappear quite a lot. And I'm just going to see if there's any other battles on track. I'm sure the AI must be set to really high, as Epic's AI is still battling with Cheesy Dreams there. But it might be both AI as well. Will Street Gamer decide to go into the pits? It is... no, he stays out.
Quickly.
He's got to make it now, because otherwise Jack is going to close up. If he wants to pit, he's got to do it now. I wonder if there's anyone who is watching in a party.
Oh, he's hit the wall again.
Who, Jack?
Yeah, he's pushing too hard.
So
he's lost both end plates again.
I think he's into mistake mode at the moment. If he's not careful, he's going to lose a podium. And he decided to keep going. Is that a risk worth taking?
Pit now.
No, because otherwise you're going to lose a podium, or even you're going to probably lose four positions pretty much, and you don't want that to happen. So you just got to keep the car under control. Don't make any mistakes.
Yeah, pretty much. Bottom line, I think Jack's got a bit flustered and he's pushing too hard, and I think that might have just gifted the win to the Haas Street Gamer. I don't know how long those tyres on Street Gamer's car are going to last, though. I mean, he's been on them for 25 laps. He's been on them since lap 10, and I'm seeing the rear of that car sliding all over the place at the moment. So it's a question of, will they last and will they hold up? Or will he hit the wall? You just don't know.
Anyone can make any mistakes towards the end of the race. They just got to keep it together. As Dazad is going to fight with his teammate at Revolution, that could be pretty feisty. Battle for the podium between the two Williams cars. Will team orders come into play between those two? I don't know, but if I was Revolution, I would probably keep Dazlad ahead, because obviously Dazlad is leading the championship, but Revolution may want a bit of glory as well and be like, hang on, I could still be in this championship fight as well. I might still want to go at this, but I don't know. But Revolution's ahead at the moment, but it's Revolution's made a mistake! He's made a mistake in turn 1 and he's binned it. He's lost way too much time. Oasis is going to go past into turn 1 as well. I think I jinxed Revolution.
He's got to watch out for these lappers. Lappers coming past. He's got to let them through, even though they are lapped. You can re-overtake yourself, as they are much, much faster now, Williams at the moment. Oasis likely to get P4 now, right? Revolution's got to pit with that wing.
Yeah, he's got to. He's got to. He just made a mistake. At this rate, we're going to get more people watching the stream than actual racing, as Gaming Animonda pointed out in the chat, which is probably going to be true soon at this point if they keep this up. But anyway, I do see. I think Lukey's lost a bit of his right front wing again, and he's slowing down again.
Yeah.
He's struggling once again.
He's lost pretty much all of it. He's got one flat left.
He's got Daz. Oh my God! He's lost it again. Or it might have been a Williams. I don't know.
That was Dazlad. You just made Dazlad lose, I think, an end plate of his wing. Yes, he did. Be a bit more careful than that.
Yep.
Particularly in this stage of the race.
Yeah, especially that might be investigated anyway if that happens, because you can't really do that. But again, it is hard to find a place to move out of the way. So, but I'm surprised that Lukey may not have got a time penalty, but it may be in at the right time. But I don't know. But anyway, 2 more laps to go. And Street Gamer, I think he has to stay out, doesn't he? But I think he's going to have a comfortable cushion anyway. So I think if he pits now, he's going to have it really hard going to the end. So he's going to stay on those mediums and try and push it. if he does stay out, the soft to mediums. He pitted quite early as well. So he would have been on the mediums for, let me just say, 28 laps. So that's just insane from the Haas driver. So he could be on for his first.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised he's not going a little bit more easy than this. We've got 2 laps left. He can go so much slower these last couple laps and just save the tyres. Get minimal risk of crashing, and he's still going around. He's still trying to go around at a decent pace, which is just a bit surprising to me.
Yeah, he still is anyway. He's still going at, and also we've got Jack and Daz out on the softs anyway. And I think Street Gamer must be loving life. I think Street Gamer can afford to slow down a little bit and save on his tyres to make sure he doesn't get a puncture. And he can afford to lose a few tenths or a few seconds and just not cost him a little bit of time, as long as he keeps it in on the track. And we got Oasis and Revolution now fighting again. Has Revolution no, Revolution hasn't pitted for some weird reason, and he's still got a white front wing.
Fair enough.
Okay, and he's still battling, so GG to Revolution. I mean, if I was in his situation, I would have pitted, but I think the amount of
he's going to get past him pretty easily,
yeah,
I think.
He is. I'm almost certain.
The Williams is going to have to brake so early because that front right tyre is going to have no grip pushing it into the road. I mean, in real life, the Williams it wouldn't have anyway. But these are equal cars, so it doesn't matter. And look at the front lockups. He's just gone straight across the chicane. Didn't get a penalty for some reason. GG Codemasters, but anyway.
Illegal overtake, maybe. Oh, that was probably his rear ring gone from Oasis anyway. So that's lost him quite a bit of time there. Matt's going to close up if he's not careful. So Matt may see a chance. I'm not going to look at any more penalties actually, because otherwise it's probably going to spoil the fun. I'm just going to see where Street Gamer is on track. So on the final lap of this race. And Street Gamer's
Oasis passed him.
Oasis has passed Revolution. Props to Revolution for staying out. And Revolution is Matt's closing up, 1.9 seconds.
How has that car not got a puncture? How has Street Gamer's car not got a puncture?
Well,
he absolutely whacked. Wait. I thought he did have a puncture then for a minute. He whacked the outside wall to back so hard then, and he still hasn't got a puncture. Anyway, GG, he's going to win the Monaco Grand Prix. And 30 lap old mediums. That's something.
That's the most I've seen anyway. And I think he was saving quite a bit there. That's his first ever win in ILR. I think that's a common theme so far this week. Majority of people who have won this week have never won in ILR before. So, is it Monaco? Well, I don't know. But it is quite common. As I'm just seeing Oasis going to cross the line. I think it's going to cross the line in 4 for Peter Gibbon. But is Revolution going to lose time to Matt? We shall see. It may depend on penalties. Oasis is going to come. It'll be a good result for a race anyway in the Racing Point in P4. Here he goes. What about Revolution? P5. How on earth did he do that with a damaged front wing? I don't know. But oh, look at this. Button. I thought there was a battle there, but it was lapped cars. So Button's going to come across the line in 7th. And we've got Lukey and Cinnamon that just crossed the line as well. But my oh my, if I was to go drive of the day for getting those tyres 30 laps, it has to be Street Gamer. I mean, what a performance today from him, despite him having damage at the start.
Yeah, that was probably the best drive I've seen from anybody in ILR3. Just able to manage those tyres for such a long time and not make any mistakes with it is really something, particularly around Monaco, where even on fresh tyres, you're only a couple of inches away from a mistake pretty much at all times. So even by ILR2, ILR1 standards, that's a great win.
That is good. We didn't see the battle that we were hoping for, but we've seen a great win anyway. So well done to the top 3 actually. So we're about to get the results as they come up. Here we go. So Street Gamer, look at all those penalties. Everyone's got penalties. Actually, no, the only people that haven't got penalties is the Oasis and Revolution. So well done to those 2. But everyone else, bad because they got penalties. But anyway, we got Street Gamer that wins. Jack 2nd, Dazad 3rd, Oasis 4th, Revolution 5th. Matt Button 7th. Cinnamon Race up from 15th. GG in 8th place. His best result of the season. I think, is that his first point? That might be his first point, actually. So well done to him. Epic's 9th. And I think that'll be Cheesy Dreams 10th because Expert Almond's AI is dead. And I can't work out the others. So I will invite Jack RT and Street Gamer to podium interviews if I have Street Gamer. I have Jack, but I'm not sure if I have Street Gamer. I should do. Yes, I do have Street Gamer. So who is your driver of the day? Do you agree with what I think and give it to Street Gamer?
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of anyone else who would get it over him, to be honest.
Yeah, and some good standout performances as well from Dad's Lad, who was in 9th at one point in the middle of the race as well. So props to him for that. So, well, so we've had Dad's Lad. So we've had Dad's Lad who was 3rd, but we usually just like going into interviews anyway. So let's just go to speak to our winner, our first time winner in ILR, Street Gamer. You worked hard to try and get your 30 lap old mediums to the end. That must have been very tense towards the end there.
But I nearly put it in the wall at the end. It was the last lap, but I still don't feel I deserve the win. Jack had the pace all race. It was just
But it must feel pretty
hard to get to the end.
Yeah, it still must feel pretty special though to win and your first win in your maiden win. Charles Leclerc did it in Belgium. You did it in Monaco. How was the race for you in terms of managing those tyres?
Oh, I had to pit early to get ahead of Joker, but Jack was in a big lead, and Joker had wins. I knew I'd come out ahead of him. So I pit early, but lap 10 or something. And yeah, I knew mediums could go around 28, 7 laps in practice, but I wasn't sure about 30. But my tyres were on like 60%. It was pretty.
Yeah, you're cutting. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Jack can hear this, but I think you're cutting off a bit for me.
Yeah, but.
Yeah. Yeah. I was talking about the other Jack as well, but anyway. So, because you got your first win, that will probably help you to close up to Dad's Lad in the championship as well, and also Jack as well. So, how are you gonna cope to make sure you can keep that momentum going? Because you had a bad result last week, and you're able to turn it around. Can you get a good result in Canada, perhaps?
Well, it's a good result after last week, but Canada, again, one of the tracks I hate. It's just I don't like this chicane after chicane after chicane. So I was lucky to get a good result here, but after Canada, the races are like. So I'm hoping for podiums after Canada, like more just consistent, trying to catch up to Dazlad and Jack in the championship.
And because I haven't spoken to you much anyway, because on 2018 you've been near the bottom, what has made you feel like what's made you faster on this game? How have you found your rhythm a bit more on this game? Is it because of the handling, or was it something else, or was it just luck?
I think it's just practice. I feel like I had the pace last game, but quali laps weren't going off, so it's starting towards the back, and then I was getting in incidents last game. This game I've been just getting my quali laps in, starting near the top, and then just trying not to get any damage from people, playing it safe, and it's worked out with, I think it's my fourth podium.
That is consistent.
Third podium.
That is consistent, so well done. So, yeah, we said your opinions about Canada, so well done to the win once again. Jack, you put the car on pole with a very good lap. Before we talk about the race, talk us through how you're feeling through that quali lap, because that quali lap that pace was insane.
Well, I came across the line for a bank lap. I thought it was going to be like low 10, high 9, but it was a 9.6. which I'm surprised I even got pole with that lap, because I did set an invalid 9.3. It was still a good lap, but there are some pretty quick people, so it's just surprising to get 2 poles, but the race, it wasn't very good again.
So you saying that the race wasn't good from your perspective, despite you finishing P2. What difficulties did you encounter during the race to make it a hard race for you?
The first difficulty was a Alfa Romeo. Stuck behind him for God knows how long. Slowed me up so much. Lost like 8 seconds out of my 10-second lead in the race, which screwed me up quite a lot. And I went down his inside, obviously locked wheels with him. I'm guessing he got damaged because he wasn't very happy. And then I just put it in the wall, because I got yellow front wing damage when I was behind him, just due to his dirty air. There's another race which put it in the wall, and it was Monaco.
But you were still managing to keep it going and not give up there. Because I thought for a moment you weren't going to get any damage until you got it the second stint. So I probably jinxed you there, so I do apologise. I'm not meant to jinx people, and I hate doing that. So, but anyway, no, I'm not meant to do that. But anyway, how are you seeing your championships pay off now? Because you're still going to be at a decent position. Because Dad's Lad was behind you, so, and obviously you got Street Gamer trying to catch up as well. What are your chances after this race?
I'd say it's quite equal between me, Streak, and Dad's Lad, because we're all quite close on pace at certain tracks. It should be a fight for the top 3, which should be interesting.
And going on to the next track, which is Canada, is it one of those tracks you like, or will you have to practice a lot harder to try and get it right?
I don't hate it, but it's definitely a track which you have to practice a lot harder at than certain tracks.
So I wasn't close to my mic there, that's probably why. Yeah, but that was what that was the right answer anyway, so that was all good. I think that's all questions I can think of. So well done on P2. Jack, do you have any final thoughts, as in commentator Jack? I think he's got his mic muted again. Yes, he has. So I'm going to probably end the stream there. Unless if he has final thoughts, he can jump with me afterwards. But anyway, that is it for ILR3. Thank you guys so much for watching. And make sure you join us same time next week for the Canadian Grand Prix. We'll see how many people can survive the Wall of Champions. I don't know how many, but we'll see anyway. And we've seen some great battles around Canada, so we're looking forward to it. I know you guys will as well. If you want some more Monaco Grand Prix action, ILR 1, 2 and 3 PS4 will be up. No, will be on PS4 on Sunday at 5 PM for ILR 1 and ILR 2 and 3 at 7. So I'll certainly be listening to ILR 1, but ILR 2 and 3 I'll be busy. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good evening. We'll see you next week.